Have you ever felt frustrated trying to start a conversation with a woman and not knowing how to keep it flowing? Many men encounter difficulties when it comes to talking and connecting with interesting women, but what you will discover in this video will completely change your approach and communication with them. I will show you a surprising step-by-step method to conduct engaging conversations and stand out from most men who, instead of going left, where there is much less competition, end up going right where it is already crowded. That's why I will teach you a proven step-by-step way to make women curious about what you have to say and addicted to your presence. So my friend, don't waste time. Leave a like below and stay with me until the end because I have something very important to say. And besides, you will gain knowledge in your hands. Agreed? Look, my friend, the first point. When you talk to a woman, especially one you find beautiful, it's crucial to change your mental perspective. There's no point in putting this woman at the top of the pyramid, as many do. When you do that, you focus all your attention on her, and inevitably, her interest in you decreases. Therefore, the goal is to remain calm, not stammer, and remember that she is just a human being, like you. You must be aware of your value. Just because she is beautiful doesn't mean she has more value than you. Remember, you are constantly evolving, becoming a better person every day. Therefore, there is no reason to put this woman on a pedestal. If she chooses not to talk to you, she is truly losing out, because you are among the 1% who are genuinely striving to improve. I tell you this because I went through it myself. I put many women on a pedestal because I wasn't aware of my own value. When you don't recognize your value, you always end up with rejection. This happened to me some time ago, but I learned. It's normal for a woman to say no, but if you put her on a pedestal, the chances of her being with you are minimal. You need to be someone who takes care of themselves, dresses well, cares about their appearance, even if they are not the most beautiful, works on personal development, has passions, hobbies, and doesn't spend time just watching TikTok. If you are someone in continuous evolution, you won't put anyone on a pedestal. When a woman sees that you value yourself, that you are present 50% for each side, she will be more interested in talking to you. Let me tell you a story about my friend. He was talking to a beautiful girl, sent a message, and this is a good example of how to put a woman at the top of the pyramid. I saw it on his phone. Well, he started talking to her, sent, "Hi, how are you?" She replied, and he, in my opinion, did it right. Immediately showed interest, wanted a yes or no right away, so as not to waste time. So he asked if she was single, and when she said yes, he commented, "Oh, if I had a chance with such a beautiful woman, but I have a no, right?" He gave himself a no before her. He lowered his own value and put her on top. That's not how it works. I'm not saying to depreciate the woman, but to recognize your value and not put yourself at 0%. And her response at the end was funny. She just said, "Haha, that's life, right, my friend?" So when you talk to a woman, avoid this simple mistake that many make due to lack of awareness. The first step is not putting her on a pedestal and recognizing your own value. When a woman sees this in you, she will want to be increasingly present in your life. And this is just the first step to having good conversations with all women. Embrace this mentality and see how your interactions improve. Now that you have understood the first step, my friend, which is not to put a woman on a pedestal, let's move on to the next point. It's crucial to understand how female attraction works. To not act on autopilot, you must know that female attraction is much more emotional and subconscious than rational. Women don't consciously choose whether to be interested in someone. It happens naturally. For example, a woman might say she likes a romantic guy who takes her to Paris and brings her flowers. But in reality, they have an internal radar constantly assessing whether you are the type of guy they really want. And this radar is not connected to the rational part of the brain. Imagine this radar as something a woman possesses from birth, and its function is to find the ideal partner. Even if she consciously thinks you are not suitable, this radar might indicate otherwise. You have certainly seen cases where women get involved in relationships with guys who don't treat them well, yet they feel inexplicably attracted. This doesn't mean you should be a bad guy, by no means. When you talk to a woman, her subconscious radar kicks in. It analyzes various aspects of your behavior, body language, and attitude to determine if you are the right man for her. To spark her interest, you must exhibit certain qualities that her radar is looking for. I'll give you an example. Imagine being at an event with authorities, such as a CEO or an influential politician. You probably wouldn't be completely relaxed, right? You would maintain a more serious and respectful demeanor. Now think about being with a close friend, or even a brother. In that case, you would be much more relaxed, right? That's exactly the kind of demeanor you should have when talking to a woman who interests you. By feeling comfortable and natural, without worrying about making an impression, you signal to her radar that you see yourself as a person of greater value. This sparks her attraction because she notices that you are not putting her on a pedestal again. So the second step is to understand that female attraction works emotionally and subconsciously. Your task is to show through your demeanor that you are a confident and secure man, someone she is looking for. Remember to adapt this to your context. And I'm not saying to be careless. Be naturally relaxed, without pressure or nervousness. If you understood what I want to convey here, comment on the following sentence. Naturalism of seduction. This will show that you are truly among the 1% focused on learning and implementing what I'm saying. I'll like your comment and, of course, respond to you because it's an honor for me to know your opinion. Well, before we move on, I want to bring up something very important again so that you stop missing opportunities with women. I bet that when you're walking down the street or entering a supermarket and exchange glances with a woman who interests you, you feel that urge to approach but don't know how, right? My friend, this is where the solution I have prepared for you comes in. Imagine having an amazing ebook that will teach you, in a natural and pressure-free way, how to approach women with confidence and know exactly what to say. You will learn to make her feel comfortable, create natural attraction, intimacy, and most importantly, in a short time, arouse her desire for you. What once seemed impossible now becomes entirely achievable. In just 60 minutes, or even less, you can go from zero to a kiss, and even more with a woman by applying the valuable content you will find in the ebook I created for you. You will never miss those opportunities with women who interest you again. And one more thing. Once you acquire this knowledge, it will be yours forever. It will be in your mind, becoming a part of who you are. If I were in your place, I wouldn't miss this chance. The ebook is in the pinned comments just waiting for you. Don't miss this opportunity, because it may not be available for a long time, as I've already mentioned. Take advantage because now is the time for you to have positive results with women. So seize this opportunity because it will be too late later, agreed? But now let's get back to the topic. The third step to having good conversations with women, and even better, for her to see you as a valuable guy, is to have control over your emotions. This is extremely important and applies in many contexts. So for example, imagine you took her to a restaurant. Many guys, trying to impress, lose patience with the waiter, complaining about the service in the presence of a woman. They think it will earn them points, but in reality, it's a big mistake. If the woman is valuable, she will notice that you can't maintain calm or emotional balance. This makes you look immature and unstable, which causes her to lose interest. The truth is, most women don't want to be involved with someone who can't control their emotions. So you need to have humility. And what is humility? It's recognizing that even if you didn't like the service, it's important to stay calm. Be polite to the waiter. After all, he's there to serve you, and I know you're paying for it. Showing humility and respect is a sign of emotional control. If you do this, the woman will see you as a man who can control himself. And that is a rare trait today. Men with emotional control are valued because it demonstrates maturity and stability. This way, she will want to be closer to you. Even I have the humility to say that I was once a bit of an emotional guy. And of course that can happen because in the end, I am human like anyone else. But I believe I have a high level of awareness. However, there was a time when I also lacked emotional control. I was interested in a girl and got jealous when another guy started talking to her. I stood there with a closed-off expression, not knowing how to handle the situation. What I should have done was simply walk away without getting flustered. That is an example of a lack of emotional control. Learning emotional control and emotional intelligence is essential. Reflect and analyze your actions because today's world requires it for your own good in all aspects of your life. What I'm teaching here is not just about getting women, but about developing a strong mindset and becoming a better person. And I feel good teaching you this. It's my goal. So once again, I tell you, analyze what I'm saying best here and apply it to your life. But now I want to take a small break to tell you, don't forget to leave your like, because if you haven't liked it so far, you'll forget. Don't do that. Like it because YouTube will deliver this video to more men, and remember, if you do this, you're spreading good, and the good will return to you double. And the next step here is, when you talk to her, make statements, in addition to asking questions. You've surely heard from me that to keep a woman's interest, you need to ask questions and listen to what she says. That's true, but that's not all. Making statements is good too. And you already know that many guys make the mistake of only asking questions about her life, likes, and routine. Instead, something simple you can do is observe and make statements about what you notice about her or the surroundings. This transforms the conversation into something more interesting and creates opportunities to develop new topics. Imagine you are with her in a cafe. Instead of asking, "Do you like quiet places?" Logically, you could say something like, "You seem like a person who appreciates more intimate and cozy surroundings." When you say this, you show that you pay attention and create an opportunity for her to say more about herself. This is much more attractive than just asking a series of questions. Another example, if you notice her style matches yours, you could state, "Your style is very similar to mine. It seems like we have similar tastes." This creates a bond and a common point, instead of just asking, "Where are you from?" or "What do you do?" If you're a sharp guy, you'll notice that these statements are very insightful. They show that you are an observer, that you pay attention to details, and that is extremely attractive. So when you're with a woman, think outside the box. Make statements that show you are truly present and attentive. Of course, you don't have to be the most intelligent guy in the world to do this. Just think and observe before you say something. It makes her see you as a truly interesting person. No one likes a conversation where you only answer questions non-stop. You need to create a natural and interesting flow. So while talking with a woman, yes, pay attention to listen to her, but also to make good statements that create topics based on other topics. It's a simple way of talking, but it makes a huge difference. And look, if you haven't downloaded your ebook yet, don't miss this opportunity. Download it because I only have 15 places available. Agreed? All right. Now the fifth step to conduct truly engaging conversations with a woman. This step is about storytelling. See, today everything in the world is about selling. How selling? It's simple. Every interaction involves showcasing value. When a woman talks about her achievements, she is selling her value, showing who she is. You can also do this by showcasing your value through your life experiences and much more. Storytelling is a powerful way to connect. It's the famous storytelling. When you master this skill, it becomes useful in all areas of your life. Imagine you had an amazing trip to Warsaw, exploring tourist spots and having unique experiences. Telling her about this not only shows that you are interesting, but also that you live a life full of rich experiences. But it's not just about travels. You can talk about your hobbies, passions, or even a personal project you're involved in. This allows her to see that you are someone worth being with. But note, she doesn't need to know everything about you right away. Part of the charm is leaving a bit of mystery, something she can discover over time. It creates an atmosphere of curiosity and keeps her interested in wanting to learn more. When you use storytelling in the right way, you not only improve your conversations with women, but also enrich your social and professional life. It's about using your experiences in an engaging and captivating way. And believe me, when you do this well, there's no way she won't want to be in your company again. So when talking to her, think about how you can turn your experiences into intriguing stories. It could be something funny, something that taught you a lesson, or just something you love doing. The key is to be authentic and not look like you're bragging, but rather sharing a piece of your world. Now let me give you an example of what storytelling is. Imagine you're telling how you learned to surf. It's not just saying, "I know how to surf." It's about describing the first time you caught a wave, what it was like to fall and get back up, the feeling of freedom and overcoming. It creates an emotional connection. Remember, by telling your stories, you show who you really are. And of course, keep a bit of mystery, something she will want to discover. Don't reveal everything at once. And most importantly, do it naturally, as if you were talking to a friend in front of you. So it's simple. Use your height, and of course, don't forget to leave a like, download the ebook, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment. I reached the end and I want part 2. Comment like this because I will analyze if there is a possibility to make part 2, and until the next video.